Hello, hi, welcome to Smells Like 90's Rock. It's Hot Toddy and DJ Pork. Here we are. We're back.
After the Snowpocalypse.
We're back, baby. We were back. And I still screwed up. The first thing I played the intro.
Right.
You remember when we were here 3 weeks ago? Or no, it was 2 weeks ago. And I had forgotten to replace the intro, put the regular intro back into our cart, and so it was playing the anniversary intro.
Yeah.
And I had to take it out real fast and play it over here on my computer. Okay, so we were out last week.
Right.
I still forgot to take it out. So last week, what played in our spot was the intro to the anniversary show, followed immediately by our Christmas special. So people were doubly confused as to last week why we weren't A, new episode, B, why it was intro of the anniversary show, and C, why the rerun was a Christmas show.
All right. Nobody's listening anyway.
Hey, listen, you know what, though? They're not listening, but those who are, I think we put on a damn good Christmas show every year. So if you could stomach Christmas music in January, I am sorry for forcing Mariah Carey on you in January. She's supposed to be in hibernation right now, but I thawed her out just for this occasion. Ironically, I thawed her out because we were all snowed in. Hey-oh! Where's the thing? Where's the rim shot?
The rim shot.
Oh, there it is. No, yeah, so we were all snowed in. Would you mind minimizing that?
Yeah.
Watching the count up makes me rather anxious. Yes, I'm like, I don't want to see that. But no, here we are. I'm going to have to change seats. This one's a little...
What's wrong with it?
It kind of sits funny. Is this the one you sit in usually?
I don't know. I don't keep track of these things.
You don't keep track of the chairs.
I don't keep track of like what chairs I've been sitting in.
I don't keep track of chairs, what we sit in. That one was a little dumpy. And a little dumpy from a rumpy. So how you been? How'd you muster through the Snowpocalypse?
Walked a lot.
So I was gonna ask, how did you get to work? So you walked in all of that?
I didn't go. Well, see, we were off for Martin Luther King Day, so
right.
But Tuesday and Wednesday I just stayed home.
Yeah, no, you just flat out said I'm not coming in. Did anybody go into work?
Yeah, a few people did. Most everybody worked remotely though. Mm-hmm. And I came in on Thursday. I took my laptop home. I worked remotely for like the first 2 hours on Friday, and I felt I was like, I could walk. And I felt that weird pang of guilt, so I just...
guilt.
So I just walked to work again.
My God.
I don't know why.
Yeah, you know, because that's a little extreme.
Had no choice but to walk to work to the fancy Long Johns.
Well, of course. Even they weren't nice enough to be like, listen, it's really bad out, don't come in?
They did earlier in the week, but...
Because who's going out to eat and all that?
People came.
Are you serious?
Well, I specifically on Sunday night, we had like a ton of people show up really late, or like, oh, they're probably anticipating the snow. They're like, oh, we're not going to be able to get out for a while. Let's just.
I was getting ready. Ask, when you say Sunday night, did you mean the one before Martin Luther King Day, or
right
the
before.
one after? Okay, because I guess the Sunday after all of that, I guess I could say
Sunday after Martin Luther King Day hadn't happened yet.
Right. What?
Well, wait, yeah, it has. I'm done.
No, yeah,
I'm done.
It was the day before Martin Luther King Day that it happened. When the snow, it was overnight, and then everybody was snowed in on Monday and Tuesday, and pretty much until about like Thursday, Friday, and it started to clear. They started being able to clear it out, and then Saturday it all froze over again because it got super cold.
Yeah, that's. I have never experienced below zero temperatures until this week.
That's what I was telling my mom.
Record lows, and now we're having record highs this week.
Exactly. I've lived in Knoxville for close to 15 years now. And in those years, I don't ever remember the snow ever being that bad. We've always gotten some snow every year.
Yeah.
But it was never that bad. I remember
never that bad for that long.
I remember one year, I think it was 2013. I remember because I was still living at the complex that you live in. Right. And I was driving home from the other radio station. And that drive is like a 10 to 20 minute drive.
Right.
That day it took an hour because it was snowing so bad. But I I remember it kind of fondly because that's when I had the Explorer. You remember the Explorer,
Yeah,
and I was
I
four-wheel drive, baby, and it got me through. I was passing people who were marooned on the road.
Yeah.
I was driving up the back hill, you know.
I'm sure you did.
And people were just looking at me. I'm like, hi, I didn't, you know. But I remember that one being kind of rough. But I remember it went away pretty fast.
2021, there was a snow, and it was just as rough as this, I think, but it went away in a day.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. We've had rough snows, but they go away pretty fast. This is the longest I've seen one.
Yeah, this is kind of unbelievable.
This was a literal snowpocalypse where we were all snowed in and we could not go anywhere. We could not move. We were
not prepared.
No, we were not prepared. It spooked me. This is the first snow in my lifetime that's ever spooked me and kind of worried me because like the heat at our apartment was working, but it wasn't doing the job, and it was basically trying to keep up because it was going like 24/7 trying to keep up with us, and naturally our electric bill this month was a little steep because of all that.
I'm sure it was.
But it kept trying, and it was at the end of it, towards the end, it was just blowing cold air, and it was just not. Yeah, it was awful. So we were like bundled up in our house, sweatshirts, and I wore a beanie one day in the house because it was so cold, and it was bad.
Did you see your breath?
No, it wasn't that. It didn't get that bad, but it was bad enough to like my toes felt like they were frozen, like they were hurting. They were so cold.
Okay.
It felt like I was outside when I was inside, and I was a little concerned.